All right, YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's Wiz, and welcome for this update video. Yeah, you can see the title of this. It's a pretty serious topic. As you've noticed, I haven't uploaded anything for the past couple of months. Big part of that is behind the scenes. I've been trying to get some shit done, basically in regards to school, college, that is. I still haven't heard any answers back, sadly, but basically I was in the midst of talking with the admissions people about going back to school. I just kind of had an epiphany in mid-October. I was just kind of looking at my life situation, saying, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And at this point, I think the most plausible way of kind of achieving happiness, I guess you could say, is getting into a meaningful career. And I think the fact that I'm working a menial task entry-level job right now is also kind of what's demotivating me, honestly, from also wanting to stream or record or anything. And just as an overview, so the PC that I'm using right now to record and upload and all that stuff and stream on Twitch and everything, I got that built in the summer of 2018, so about 2.5 years ago. I've had since then, with a high-powered PC, to get off my ass and make something happen on here and Twitch, but it has not. And the thing is, I don't want to take a gamble on nothing happening, even if I were to commit 2.5 years, and it's been that fucking long too, right? If I were to tack on another 2.5 years, that'd be half a decade, 5 years of trying to make something happen here. It just hasn't. I haven't had the mental discipline or what have you. So I think the most plausible route is for me to go back to school now and try to make something happen. And because I'm going to be prioritizing my studies, I am basically going to annex or completely cut streaming or uploading videos here pretty much when I'm at school. The only times I'd be touching this, or Twitch, whatever, live streaming and all that shit, is going to be in between semesters. So summer break from around mid-May to mid-August, and then after the fall semester's over in mid-December, the winter break. So basically, about 4 months of the year out of the 12, I will be active here. Outside of that, I'm not going to be partaking in streaming or anything. I just think that I've had way too long of a period of time to try to make shit happen. And there's another thing I gotta point out too that's also very important as well. So besides having this entry-level job and feeling like shit, I also moved in to a condominium in April of last year, and obviously I have a mortgage and I have a lot of fucking money to pay for that thing. So there is a financial stake in this move, or I guess you could say living here. So, shit's hitting the fan and it's real now. Before, I was in bachelor status, living in an apartment, trying to make it work, did not. And for that reason, I feel like as if it's the time to just kind of shelf this indefinitely. And here's the thing. I don't know what my mindset is going to be like in 4 months, 4.5 months. If I'm going to want to come back to streaming. It's always been sporadic with me. And honestly, I just feel like it's been ultimately kind of a detriment, I guess you could say. It hasn't helped. I mean, I'm still in the same situation as to where I was 3.5 years ago when I moved into my first apartment. And when I moved into that apartment, I was in school for the fall of 2017, but I was still green. I was still only on my own for a few months. So I didn't really have an appreciation of money. I didn't have a true understanding or much better feel for budgeting and financing and whatnot, because before that, obviously I was living with my grandmother and my parents, so I didn't have financial responsibility. And again, now that there's much more at stake in this condo, I don't get to just say, you know what, I'm going to file for bankruptcy, I'm going to keep the home. No, that's not going to happen. The reason why I'm bringing that up is, as you know, it's still going on. COVID-19 has ruined a lot of people's lives, people's livelihoods. A lot of people have gone on unemployment. Depression, suicide rates have gone up. I think there's 350,000 people at least that are dead in the United States since this kind of began. in the beginning of March last year. And fortunately, this entry-level job I am working for a very large corporation, so I have not been hit at the slightest at all. Very lucky for me, still able to maintain hours or whatever. I've not been hit. And yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. There's a lot more information I could talk about, but that's pretty much the general gist of it. So one thing I will say is, if you want to get any updates or developments from me, the easiest way you can get that information from me is if you actually try to follow my Twitter page. It's the same as my username here. So go on Twitter, take a look there, and follow. If I do post in the future, in the summer or the winter of this year, 2021, I will post like a notification ahead of time that I'm going to be streaming or I'm going to be uploading something. And speaking of which, I will be uploading one more video after this, and that'll be it until, mid-May of this year for the next 4 months. And I just want to preface it ahead of time by saying that this upcoming video, the next one you'll see from me, it's going to be totally left field of the type of content that I've been producing here, Final Fantasy Tactics stuff and other miscellaneous content. It's totally something, it's completely different, and the only comment I would say is just try to keep an open mind about the stuff, and that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm gonna get going, and I hope you guys enjoy the next video. Try to take it with a grain of salt, don't try to take offense to it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in about 4.5 months or so when this semester is over. Take care until then.